Tall, dark, and handsome has just become cold, dead, and obedient. I want to be able to lick my fucking controllers and feel what my boy is feeling. What? I can no longer breach the women's restroom. This is because I discovered the existence of solar minge winds, isn't it? There were more than enough holes on that thing to intrigue any self-respecting penis owner. They feared the Krogan could use Nan's anus as weapons by smashing them into Palaven's surface. A vagina's like a pocket on female jeans. It doesn't go anywhere. It's all for show. Whereas Shepard's, Jesus Christ, it's a pocket on male jeans. Could fit like 3 bottles of wine in there, and trust me, he's tried.
Hilarious. Like and subscribe.
In the last one, everyone died. Everyone, ever, including Ash. Oh god, no, what the fuck are we gonna do? Ha, what a stupid bitch. It's just us, and Mandela Dad, who seems to be finally just that little bit useful. Like, he doesn't want his least favorite son to spend the rest of his life rotting away in the world's fanciest 5-star prison cell anymore. Absolutely pampered in all the right ways, and at least 33% of the wrong ways. Room service shows up every goddamn night with like the finest exotic fruit, placing it directly under my tongue, pre-peeled, obviously, right in fucking front of me, de-seeded. My massive L-core waiter provides a... Whoa! Excuse me? Sir, I said my massive L-core waiter, not you. It was gonna be hilarious. I was gonna say provides a fine slab of meat in his own right, if I'm, you know, not feeling the vegetarian option, but you ruined it because you accosted me and body checked me out of the damn window. I'm the only person who can save the world. It's all down to Mandela now. What the fuck are we gonna do? But honestly, fuck Udina. Being a convict was amazing. Guess I gotta do every crime at every possible opportunity now and just hope for the best. Oh, and there she is, the lady herself. We also punched an innocent woman very hard. Hard enough to send her teeth on a permanent vacation into her small intestine. And now we're gonna try and rectify that and actually try to be a decent person. Ugh, gross. Hate it. How big does the cult need to be to declare war on the sun? I'd like to think that I could do it single-handedly and just punch it in its stupid fucking face, like I would to my own son if he were to ever be born.
How do you justify running away while millions of people on Earth die? Is that the best we can expect from the Alliance?
I thought it was kind of funny, Kalisa.
I came to get help for Earth. For everyone.
What about all the people suffering while you play politics with the Council? What about them? How can you stand here while our families die? What are you going to do?
Kalisa, we're doing everything we can.
Before they cut the feeds, there were so many dead.
I'm gonna stop the Reapers or die trying, but I need your help. Keep asking the hard questions. Don't let the Council forget about Earth.
I will. Thank you, Commander. We haven't always seen eye to eye, but I'm glad you're on our side.
You would just birth Pigman, not even your partner. You. Do I have to force him out like a fucking kidney stone, yodeling the entire time? Also, is he full-sized, or does Pigman have a piglet form? Or is he like some kind of disgusting gooey larvae? Shit, Paragon option in this game is basically Renegade Shep in the first game. Like a badass truly forged in the fucking fires of hell. To be fair, he did go there for a while until he like rock, paper, scissors his way out of eternal damnation with the devil. You know how the devil is. Can never resist a good old dose of scissoring in the morning. Looks like we don't need our fists to send our teeth on the vacation though. Apparently the words were more than enough to do it. She knows what's good for her, she'll swallow them down on her own. Or I'll be back with an additional big scary words from my big luscious lips. You don't want that, Kalisa. You wouldn't like me when I'm luscious. But James does.
Hey, Commander. Liara told me the Council's not interested in helping us.
Something like that.
How dare you talk to one of my blue ladies, my harem!
Look at this place. There's no war here. People are whispering about it, but they don't really believe it.
I take it this is your first time here, with the elite of the galaxy?
I've been to the Citadel, but never up here on the Presidium. It looks pretty, calm and peaceful, but it's not right. It's all just an illusion.
It was peaceful. Once.
But was it? Really? I mean, when push comes to shove, they're just gonna turtle up. Hope it don't hit them too, right? They'd rather believe in this than face the truth.
James, you're a man truck. You're buff, you're large, you're huge. Don't try and get all poetic.
I can hardly believe it myself. Like everything back on Earth was some kind of nightmare.
That's what I hate most. It's like this place wants you to forget that.
You still want to go back to Earth?
Hell yeah, but you were right. So was Anderson. We can't stop them alone. Besides, it looks like you're gonna have your hands full convincing these pendejo politicians to help us. And I'm up for it. Whatever it takes.
Graphical capabilities in 2012 just weren't capable of making a man look buff and also clothed. He's like a fucking Stretch Armstrong that was sat on by a Krogan for several decades. It is about time we got back on Norman. I missed you, buddy. You missed me deep inside your deepest, darkest crevice? Of course he has. How could you not? Oh! So all of this shit I have never seen. This was modded out for me because people hate it, and I was like, okay, I don't want any part of that. It's actually done kind of really pretty. Why do you care about this one random boy? You were on a cruise. Every single hour I play of this game gives you like twice the PTSD. And it's just growing and growing and fucking growing. And now you're like hunting down this child, Shepard. Now you're the problem here. I guess he's the only kid that is still alive in all of fucking humanity. Because I've never seen another one. They're not allowed outside of the basement, or the big scary Turians will come in with their backwards knees and shank them real good. Could not give less of a fuck. I'm glad he got the old postnatal abortion treatment. Yes? Hello?
Liara, can I help you?
I've been forwarding the Turian Counselor information on the Prothean device, but he's not budging until their Primarch is safe.
I find it really funny that people still knock with cool doors like that. Can you not ping it right to my fucking brain? Can you not just telepath me awake? We're still knocking, like the cavemen did with their big old fucking clubs. Okay.
I didn't get what you'd call a good night's rest.
Too many dead kids invading. I hate
More
kids.
to it than that, isn't
There wasn't
there?
enough dead kids.
What's
That's why I
really
couldn't
bothering
sleep.
you?
When the Reapers hit, I could hear people screaming in the streets below me. We left a lot of them behind.
There's no way for you to save them all. But I know you're doing everything you can, and you'll get back there in time to help.
I hope you're right.
Don't blame yourself, Commander.
Commander Shepard, I'm Specialist... Oh, I beg your pardon. I thought you were alone. I was
Hello,
just
New
leaving.
Kelly! The only Brit
Commander
to still
Shepard,
exist?
I'm Comm Specialist Samantha Traynor with Alliance R&D. I was part of the team retrofitting the Normandy after you turned it over to the Alliance.
And it ain't no fucking ginger, that's a plus side.
Slow down, Specialist Trainer. You're doing fine.
Thank you. I worked in a lab. I never thought I'd be serving on a ship. Admiral Anderson had intended to use the Normandy as his mobile command center.
That's no longer an option.
I heard he chose to stay and fight. In any event, I'm honored to serve under you, Commander. For as long as you need me, that is. They only sent me here to oversee the retrofits.
So what are you still doing here? Are you just fangirling over me in the most professional way possible?
I would prefer that she remain.
Got it, Edie.
Oh wait, since when does a virtual intelligence make requests?
Edie's an AI. Fully self-aware.
I knew Joker was lying.
He's trying to keep that USB port to himself. It ain't big enough for two lady dicks, and I'm sure he's already got one.
I apologize for the deception.
Thanks, Edie, and I apologize for all those times I talked about how attractive your voice was. I give you
Cold, dead, and metallic? What do you look for in your women? Traumatized beyond any semblance of personality? Tall, dark, and handsome has just become cold, dead, and obedient. You know what? I can get behind it.
And there you are. Still the same ship as before, it just flies Alliance colors now.
Cerberus wasted so much money on me. I almost feel bad for him, but I mean, he's stupid enough to smoke crayons. I don't think he's smart enough to even notice what a friend is. It whispers sweet nothings to you. What about the sour somethings, Jamie? Or the salty prophecies? Huh? Where are they? All you can give me is nothings? I'm insulted. I'm worth more than that. I was on a conference call and someone asked what that sound was in the background. Oh, Boko. Do you require new gainful employment? Do you want to be my tea lady? Is that newly necessary? I'm so sorry, dude. What the fuck happened?
Commander, Udina updated me on your meeting with the Council. Sounds like they're running scared.
We did present them with a lot of unknowns. They're feeling threatened and want immediate solutions, not theories.
Theories are all we've got right now. What's your plan?
I'm trying to get the Turian Primarch for a summit meeting with the Asari and Solarians. I'll bypass the Council and appeal directly to their leadership.
That's good, I like it. This is where we start laying the groundwork for our counterattack.
Unfortunately, we don't have a whole lot to back it up right now.
Then build alliances. Gather everything and everybody you can for the cause.
What about the Prothean device?
Find me people who can help build it, and if you can't, I'll take ships, soldiers, supplies, whatever you can get. We need to keep hitting the Reapers across every theater of war they open. Buy us time to figure out the device. The stronger you can make that armada, the better the chances of punching through.
If you enjoy salty prophecies and sour somethings, EA sells those for £5 each. Once we get into VR, dude, and like 4D gaming and everything, I can't wait until they start releasing guns in different flavors. I want to be able to lick my fucking controllers and feel what my boy is feeling. I don't know what kind of oral implants you're gonna need there, but I'm down for it. No, it was funny and they were just curious. Send them my way, dude. Let's get a raid from your conference call. Let's fucking go.
What about Earth, sir?
We'll just have to hope Anderson and what's left of the Alliance forces can hold out until we've dealt with the enemy.
I understand.
What a leader you gotta be to stay with the people who are absolutely fucking doomed. What a boost to morale he must be. He chose to stay. It's not like, you know, he got left behind and he had to make the best of it or anything. Oh my god. That's why he's the original gay dad. That's why he's the greatest gay dad. He's the original in like 2273 or wherever the fuck we were. He remains even now. The gay community have got to keep him alive. He's the best they got. The best and brightest. From the Homo Academy. War Terminal. Ooh! Diplomacy is big in Mass Effect 3, which is a shame because I have negative social skills. By the way, Norman is the best Norman it's ever been in Mass Effect 3, and I'm so excited to give you guys an apartment tour. Let's go. Show off all my new pets, my puppies. Cute little hamsters. Joker's the hamster. Can you keep sentient calamari as a pet? Is that Liara? I don't know where the blueness came from. She's slightly out of date. It's just oxygen deprivation. It's the halal way, we choke them to death. I thought in heat, I barely get any sleep. Yes, in heat, when I'm most ripe for a canoodling, for an absolute vaginal hammering. Someone impregnate me. No. Luckily, this game is how I self-medicate. Gets me through the harsh, arid desert that is hard for cheer.
Just wanted to see how you were doing.
Still trying to get my bearings. When I was working on the Normandy's upgrades, I left at the end of the day. I didn't even have a toothbrush or a change of clothing until I made some emergency purchases on the Citadel.
I could have helped. Oh, lucky you. I've got plenty of toothbrushes. I'm an avid collector. I mean, you can't use them, but you can look at them. I might even let you sniff. You can wear my clothes. I mean, only while I'm also wearing them, but we make do.
No trouble, Commander.
We can put in a requisition order.
My toothbrush is a Cision Pro Mark IV. It uses tiny Mass Effect fields to break up plaque and massage the gums. It costs 6,000 credits.
Oh, shit. I just got out of prison.
You're on your own with that.
No, she's not. Can you imagine that's her loyalty mission? She's just as depressed. She's just as traumatized as all the others. It's like this emotional weight that they will genuinely die. They won't be able to contribute to the mission if they don't get off of them. And it's just like, please, God, Shepard, brush my teeth for me. But Mass Effect Field's the only thing that are going to do it. You got to use the thrusters of the Normandy to give her a nice, happy mouth.
How'd you end up in the military anyway?
My family didn't have money for university. When the Alliance saw my aptitude scores, they offered me a full scholarship. I served my required years after graduation and decided to stay. I really like the challenges of the lab, although I'm sure I'll grow to love frontline service as well.
You won't. All you do is read my emails here, actually. You're not even the psychiatrist. You don't even get to do Kelly's job. You just kind of stand here. You went from child science prodigy, like you're gonna make all the bioweapons, you're gonna melt all the lungs, or you're gonna stand here and make me a cup of coffee in the fucking morning. Why am I doing this to you? I mean, I guess you're the toothbrushing expert of the fucking ship, and everyone needs one of those.
Seeing the Reapers on Earth was terrifying, but I won't help anybody by bursting into tears here in the CIC, will I? Being here on the Normandy helps. If anyone in the galaxy can stop the Reapers, it's you. And if flagging your messages and managing strategic intel helps you in any way, then it's worth it.
Oh, that is all she does then, huh? I'm not even joking. She does just read my emails and occasionally Google some useful things about how not to die in the Rapture.
You'd think quantum entanglement would make communication
That's
easier.
Quantum enlargement. I could use some of that. Actually, I could use some quantum reduction, honestly. It's becoming a real problem. Tali's
It's an
tiny,
exciting
man.
challenge. Gooey situation. It's an exciting challenge.
A vagina's like a pocket on female jeans. It doesn't go anywhere. It's all for show. Whereas Shepard's, Jesus Christ, that's a pocket on male jeans. Could fit like 3 bottles of wine in there, and trust me, he's tried. Rex is a filthy bastard. From Glyph! Oh, you adorable little magic anal bead. I've missed you. While we're in the dry dock, Joker suggested that a small welcoming gift would be appropriate to have on hand. As the ship does not have the capacity to accommodate the dances he suggested. Yes, it fucking does, Edie. You're jealous that that's not the only USB port he'll be plugging himself into. You really think the dance is gonna go for him and his crunchy kneecaps? No! With every thrust, can you imagine the clicks? Horrible grinding sounds, trust me. It's hurting him a hell of a lot more than he's hurting you. I was a contractor working on the Normandy's haptic interface when it was in dry dock. Your VI, Edie, if only you fucking knew. Emailed me to let me know I left my dog mech on board and would hate for you to have to go a million clicks out of your way to drop off my dog. Please just take care of her. She likes exploring, sniffing chemical trails, and 750 volt outlets. Oh, don't worry, I'll plug her up as soon as I can. If I'm in heat, so will she. Until she becomes sentient, and then the clash of the AIs begin. I miss Legion. Can we have Legion? Can it be a three-way? A dog isn't. A three-way war. Three-pronged attack. No dog prongs. None of that. Thank you. Relying on an absolute banquet of caffeine right now. And potentially speed I bartered for with a local vagabond. I will not tell you what I traded for it. Just know I had to give him a very strong handshake, considering he was a bilateral amputee. He's doubling up, going for the high score of missing limbs. I jerked him off, is the moral of that story. I jerked him off for okay, moving on. Let's go find fucking Joker.
You know, I had my doubts about the council, but after years of ignoring your warnings, they're finally willing to step up and tell you they just can't help.
They're barely even acknowledging that I was right all this time. No apologies. I was falsely imprisoned for what I did a bit. Blow up an entire civilization, mass relay. So, you know, I guess they couldn't go on their nice, happy team building holidays out with the slave traders. Whatever. Who cares that I blew them up? They're ugly. No one likes the fucking full of holes meatball batarians. The magic meatballs are way cooler.
Well, let me know if you want me to get them on the channel and then hang up on them, you know, for old time's sake.
He remembers. Who the hell that's me. What the fuck is going on? Why have I been cloned? Why am I half interactable with? I really thought he was just gonna like slip into the fucking vents to haunt me. Maybe he was part of the stupid fucking child storyline. You're being haunted by another shepherd. The one that was cooler than you, that would have saved the kid. Maybe I'll have myself as a romance option. The full body of myself, not just good old Lefty. Oh, what? Look at all these different appearances. I can turn him into budget grunt. I don't know who's brave enough to peel my son, but it looks like someone did. I'm willing to humiliate him and put him in whatever the hell you want to consider that. Make him look even meatier if that were ever possible. Whoa! Whoa! Full fucking black? Emo Liara is just a thing that exists and no one told me. Cerberus Ajax armor. That's awful. It looks like I'm just wearing cargo pants. I don't know how much protection that's gonna have. I guess it depends on what cargo you're fucking carrying. I really don't like the mechanical udders. I don't think milk blast capabilities are worth sacrificing my health and impeccable fashion sense, so I won't. Shoulders. I'll take the no option on shoulders, thank you. We will go without. We don't like them. Oh, it's the material. It just gets blacker and blacker and blacker as we go. Okay, I will use the antimatter on my three-piece tux, please. Thank you. Oh, but I do like that ounce of red. I don't like the camo. I don't like looking like I just ripped open someone's jugular and just let it spray all over me. There are more efficient ways to get a tan, and we will find them. Oh, that is a really dark red, but it might be brown. I don't want Shepard smearing himself, whatever the hell that turns out to be. My armor's going moldy. No fucking thank you. Red looks good, but I kind of like the Dead Space blue. Yeah! Gotta turn my own skin RGB. Make me higher performance. My heart beat out of my fucking chest. That's how you win wars. Give yourself a heart attack before you've even started fighting everyone. Works every damn time. Where are my fish? You ousted Kelly and just fucking forgot about him? That was her entire life, man. She didn't care about the rest of the crew. She only cared about the fish. Unless I brought them back home and then just let them die in the apocalypse. Oh, that's even worse. I hope that Kelly remained on Earth and is just making it her mission to cross countries while like airports are down. Everything is down. She's like the last person left on Earth. She's making it back to those fish. And those fish will return the favor once humanity are wiped out or whatever and I'm frozen in carbonite. Those fish will become the dominant species on Earth and they will revive me. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of 5,000 years. What? I can no longer breach the women's restroom. This is because I discovered the existence of solar minge winds, isn't it? And you never, ever, ever want to hear that phrase ever again. I don't blame you, but I'm still gonna sulk about it. Oh, this is still open? Even though there's no one fucking here? Purely so I can get wasted? We miss you, Kasumi. When did your gambling addiction start? I don't remember that. Who's been using Norman herself as like a potty yacht in my absence? Was it me? Was I just slipping out through the fucking window like an indignant little teenager or whatever the hell? To go off and bang in the bushes and the bush just happens to be Norman? Yes? Hello? Where's Glyph? I'm not here for Liara. I'm here for the high-tech sex toy. Of a terrifying capacity, Jesus. You're bigger than I remember.
A drone from the Shadow Broker's ship.
Once again, though, we're in prison. We're gonna be mighty stretched down there.
I can research upgrades for you.
You're an orb. You're not Earthworm Jim.
Dr. Tassoni would like to speak with you. Have a pleasant day.
Come back, my lovely Grandpa Tadpole. Oh, Jesus. She really wants to talk to me. She, like, sidestepped her way up to me. Started using me as a scratching post.
Becoming the big info brokers turned you into a real cynic, Liara. I like it.
I'm flattered, I think.
Yeah, you're much cooler when you're morbidly depressed, Liara. Armor Mudkit, Farron, the giant pomegranate sex pet for quite a long time. God, I gave you a really, really nice place to live. I mean, you got one room, and most of it is taken up by your several petabytes of various alien horse porn. But that is, after all, the curse of the Shadow Broker. You've got access to everyone's fucking filthiest hard drives. Not your fault.
Did the Protheans actually complete this weapon?
You mean, will it work? They wouldn't have poured their last resources into this device if they thought otherwise.
Surely they fucking didn't, because the Reapers aren't dead. Unless you, like, stubbed the toe, or one of the thousands of tentacles of a single Reaper. Does that count as a victory? It took the entire human fleet to bring down one. It took several nukes that live in my bottomless orifices to bring down the human one. I'm not ready for this at all.
It'd be nice to know we're not kids playing around with a loaded gun.
Can you imagine if it just jams? The last hope for all of civilization. It just... Or it just fires out like one 9mm round.
If something happens on a mission, if either one of us are hurt, I'll always remember that tour of the Normandy. But let's be honest, Shepard, it's been more than a half a year. Should we continue where we left off?
Liara, what are you talking about? I didn't fuck you. I pressure pointed her lower pelvis. Upper pelvis. It was upper. That's better, probably. I don't really know where the tentacle bits are down there. Not really sure what you're working with, because Mass Effect is nice and PG-13 tasteful fucking, but...
A lot has happened since then, Liara. I don't think we'd work anymore.
Really? Thank you for letting me know.
I think it's best for both of us.
Of course. I should get down to business.
I swear to God, if you end up in Jack's permanent state of fuck off! I'm gonna be so sad, because I love you, Liara. You are absolutely the second choice, but unfortunately that doesn't sound very good, if that's what you hear, so I'm glad Shepard's a little bit smarter than I am, even though I'm manipulating his every fucking decision and leading humanity to a horrible, horrible early demise. So what's it like being the most powerful being in the entire fucking universe? Starting to get jealous. It's completely a power balance with Shepard. He thinks you're cooler than him, he just can't get it up. That's why it's not gonna work. No amount of tentacle on testicle tickling is gonna do anything.
What's been happening with you as the broker, Liara?
The old broker's ship? Impressive, but it was never meant to be space-worthy, which meant the elusive man eventually tracked me down on Hagalaz. I knew he was coming. Farron and I loaded as much of the ship's specialized hardware onto a shuttle as we could. We got away from Cerberus's ships after arranging an appropriate distraction.
You didn't even say that you, like, sacrificed the ship. Cerberus could have Shadow Broker data. I'm going to cry. Everyone is fucking dead. How do you get away?
Sending the broker's ship exploding into a Cerberus cruiser.
Okay, that'd do it.
Expected me to give up my resources in such a spectacular fashion.
Is neither did I like a what the fuck are you doing, you stupid bitch? Or is this a I like the way you think, you absolute psychopath?
You still operate as the broker without the ship?
Many Italian gestures.
I
Shepard.
saved what
Jesus.
was crucial. My network of agents is intact, although the Reapers have taken a toll on their numbers. It's taking a while to re-establish contact.
So where is Farron if you two escaped?
He convinced me he was recovered enough to work, and I do need more agents.
Agent Farron didn't report any injuries during his last call to you, Doctor.
True. Given what he survived, I should probably worry less.
I am absolutely convinced that he and the Shadow Broker were fucking. There were more than enough holes on that thing to intrigue any self-respecting penis owner, right? It was a walking pomegranate, an incredibly thick one at that. Imagine the juices that would flow forth. He's already been deseeded. You ain't gonna choke deseeded in the pomegranate way, not the vasectomy way. I want to talk to Glyph himself. He's adorable. Yeah, makes a really annoying whirring washing machine type noise that my ears aren't fucking enjoying at all. Although if he doubles as that, then he's incredibly fucking useful. I love how easy it was to drag Sharkwaz back aboard. It was just like, hey, you want back on my ship? You want to immediately defect and leave these poor, helpless, dying, bleeding out people immediately with no fucking care whatsoever? Should we trust the French? She's just like, yeah, sure, whatever. Let's go.
Commander, the Alliance team cleaned up and restocked, but it's still my old medbay.
And there always will be yours, Sharkwaz.
Welcome back.
Let's waste no time. If I may, I'd like to examine you.
I don't understand who could do that. Like, who likes Dr. Michelle that much? Except Garrus. There is no possible way, any eventuality out there that they weren't fucking banging. Because that's the only way he'd want to save her life. Not out of the goodness of his heart. He didn't have any before he met me. I imagine it's agonizing. I don't know what he's got, but Jesus, do your research first. You couldn't do the best part. You couldn't do the twisting and the licking and the milk. Like, huh?
Nothing wrong with me, is there?
No, but we should keep an eye on all those cybernetic implants Cerberus grafted into you.
Expensive stuff bringing me back.
And worth every penny. Let's just make sure everything is okay.
I really hope I am some kind of like $1 million man equivalent. I really hope they did have the money and the technology instead of just the technology and $5. Because it's never really been set. Like, how long have I got? Did they buy me a year? Am I running on fucking clockwork? Is someone gonna have to like crank my... well, crank to keep me fucking going? Well, that's what Tali's for. Let's go get her immediately.
Guess a checkup never hurts. Just no scalpel this time, Doc.
Alas, to my great disappointment, it is nothing invasive. And it'll take a few readings. That's it. You're the picture of health.
To her great disappointment, it's nothing invasive. And yet, you're not a fucking romance option. She wants to be in you. Shepard hasn't said a single... He's stunned into silence by the pure, all-encompassing MILF energy being radiated out of this fucking being with the force of 40,000 suns. Fuck the Crucible. Fuck bullets. Fuck guns. Fuck me. Bring out the MILF army. What's going on? We'll provide the tracksuits. They provide the mummishness.
The medbay was fully stocked before you left Earth. We should be good for a long time, even given the amount of fire you take each day.
I mean, I kinda just find a shitload on the fucking field. I don't know who's stupid enough to leave roids around every single crevice of every single ship, or every single town, or every single guy that we go through on a daily fucking basis, but they do. Seems like that's probably pretty goddamn useful right now after we're being raptured by the hentai monsters, but whatever. Have we got enough for Ash? Like, why did we leave her down there? Why aren't we having you take care of her? You're the best I've ever fucking seen. I know there's a whole team down there, but most of them are aliens. And I'm not being a space racist here, but surely Solarian doctors work on Solarians, right? Surely it's a completely different anatomy down there. They, like, frog spawn, release their goo into a pond and hope someone comes along to eat it, and then shit out a perfectly fine tadpole boy. But hey, maybe Ash will be a half-decent person now that she's had like 90% of her brain vaporized through the incredible natural phenomenon known as sex robot slams head into rock. Obedient, drooling husks. My kind of people.
You've never mentioned any of your family.
None to speak of, really. I'm the last of a prestigious line of medical professionals. The Alliance is my spouse, and you're all my children.
And you want to tear all your children open and have a nice little rummage.
I'm blessed with many close friends, but with each Alliance vessel taken, I lose one or two. We need to end this war.
Yes, we do, Sharkwaz. I hope I can bring him more brandy. I want to hang out with the ultimate party girl again. I want to kind of get a good look at your face, sex robot. No? We can't? Alright, well that's definitely not a face. That was unintentional. No more upskirting the toasters. Is that everyone worth talking to? No. One of the greatest boys in Mass Effect history that no one likes except for me. dwells deeper. I also forgot James exists. I miss you so much, Thane. Thane left me behind a Destiny Ascension, apparently. Intact this time. Can you imagine if they start selling, like, the model of it when it's just in fucking pieces when all the council died? Where? Engineer Adams! You're the same boy from the first game. You're back. Where's Ken and Gabby? Oh, and he's just as weird and freckly as before.
Maybe you should be saying that to me.
Babies aren't meant to be polka dot. You can't put patterns on. Eugenics has gone too
what do you
far.
think of our SR2?
I want a camo, baby.
She's incredible. If there's one nice thing I can say about Cerberus, it's that they know how to build a ship. I owe you an apology.
How so?
Back when you got this ship, Dr. Chalk was contacting me, asking me to help with your mission against the Collectors. I refused. I didn't have your back, and I'm sorry for that.
Well, I had two cooler people who played poker with me, but you know what? They're giving him a personality. He said maybe 3 lines in all of Mass Effect 1, so this is fucking cool. Why is my neck so hungry? It's eating my clothes.
I didn't trust that it was really you, and I certainly didn't trust Cerberus. Also, as an officer of the Alliance, I don't just leave my post, you know?
Your Alliance first. That's the way it should be.
Thank you, Commander. Glad to be aboard.
Oh, I could ask so much. So, you know, now that we're friends again, tell me about your dead wife.
Is your family okay?
My parents are serving on Viridian Zenith, an Alliance agricultural vessel. My sister is a navigator on the SSV Benjamin Davis. Happy to report that both vessels are safely under Hackett's command.
Oh, what's that? Where are your eyes going? They're just retreating into the back of your head. You're allowed to look at me, you know. I know my radiant handsomeness is too much for mere mortals to look upon, but you were on my ship for 5 minutes in the first game, you know? You're used to this. I ascended you. You're a demigod right alongside me.
It blows the old ship away. The Tantalus drive core has been completely overhauled. The SR2 might be nearly twice the size, but the new drive core is 3 times bigger. This ship can fly. That said, Cerberus isn't too high on safety. If pushed past her limits, this core would vent into engineering. Guess it gives my team incentive to keep her well balanced during a firefight.
Do your job or get vaporized.
Pretty much. I noticed you upgraded the kinetic barriers with cyclonic technology. Should help reduce the draw when under missile fire. The IES stealth system is significantly improved. We should be able to drop out of FTL without triggering every sensor in range. Very handy for stealth reconnaissance. The Normandy is a marvel of engineering.
They're incorporating random upgrades I made to the ship into dialogue and the fucking sequel. Oh, I love it.
What do you think of Edie?
We had a good talk during the retrofit. A little strange at first, talking shop with an AI.
AI? I thought Edie posed as a VI to keep the likes of you from unplugging her.
Yeah, but I saw through her. And then there were the problems that kept fixing themselves. If I hadn't had her pegged, I would have sworn I was losing it.
You never expressed any skepticism, Lieutenant Adams.
While he was pegging you, why would he?
Cerberus AI, Edie. No offense.
None taken. As long as you keep your fingers out of my cognizance processors.
In the beginning, I tried disconnecting her from key processes without giving myself away. But Joker seemed to trust her, and in time I saw her advantages. Even grew to like her.
Okay, I will not disturb the heart of Norman anymore. Instead, we're gonna visit the doldrums where the chamber reject used to dwell. I can still hear the fuck off bouncing off the fucking walls, even to this day. Oh, I forgot I dragged you aboard against your will. Or you dragged yourself aboard against my will.
How's your new assignment working out, Allers?
Fairly normal, except for the unshackled AI, Matriarch Benezia's daughter, and the communicator that can reach Earth. That last one gets my attention. Anything from Earth is the lead story right now. That's not opinion, it's fact.
Maybe I can pass on a few non-classified progress updates.
Seriously? You just doubled my ratings. I don't need FaceTime, just a data upload.
Someone's fucking secretary at BioWare to do the fucking VA. Brittany, the unpaid intern, got to be famous for 5 seconds.
Tell people what's really happening on Earth. We need long recruiting lines on every planet after you air a story.
I can do this, Commander. Remind me to tell you about the time I made an Elcor cry.
Oh, let's fucking go! I need more Elcor in my life. Always. I want one as a pet. I want Elcor action figures. I want to sleep on an Elcor themed bed. You know, like 6-year-olds have a race car. No, I want a meat horse to uphold my burdens throughout the night. Ms. Generic YouTuber 2008 reporting for duty. Reduces weapon weight. Does that change the color? And we've made this thing out of plywood now, apparently. Cast fabrication. Ooh, hello, beautiful. Oh, that's a scale model. I don't know why I'm requisitioning this from the Alliance. They expect me to save the fucking world. They've got the entire fucking armory set up for me on like the lowest prices they can find. I'm just like, buying that for my D&D campaign. Model Quarian. No, we're not getting a blow-up Tali in her fucking absence. Oh, there he is! There's K9! He's so cute. I hope we one day get to return you. I hope you don't fall apart. Hope you're not our last line of fucking defense. I want to see that lady sad. I don't know who the hell she is. She gave up her dog to come and save the world with me, and it will replace James at the first possible opportunity. Can you please stop doing
Same
that?
as usual.
Can this not be your only fucking personality?
Unhelpful. We're gonna rescue a Turian Primarch from Palaven.
Sounds like fun. Never been to the Turian homeworld.
Oh god, my neck is chewing on my clothes now.
You down here for a reason?
Just came down to talk.
Great. Not sure what there is to talk about. You already know my service record.
I don't, actually. I didn't have access to personnel records when we met.
Right. Well...
James, I can't read.
Think you can dance and talk at the same time?
Oh shit! I'm game, let's fucking go! Do I get to kick the shit out of you, please?
Let's dance.
Don't push your luck, Vega. With age comes wisdom and rank.
Which is why I'm hiding my hands in my little sleeveys, just in case. How do you get that large and then still move like a bitch?
Captain Tony. He was a hard-ass son of a bitch, but a good leader.
Was?
Died. With most of my squad. Protecting a civilian colony from a collector attack.
And the colony?
It was either them, or the intel we had on the collectors. Intel we could have used to destroy them. I chose the intel.
Sorry. That's a tough call.
The best part was, we didn't really need the intel in the end. Because you were out saving the galaxy by taking down the entire collector homeworld.
You didn't know. You can't blame yourself, Vega.
Who says I'm blaming myself?
Just a guess.
You a shrink too?
Nope. But that stunt back on Mars was reckless. You're lucky to be alive.
So?
So? Maybe you don't care if you live or die.
Or maybe... I'm just willing to do whatever the fuck it takes to end this goddamn...
Maybe you are. But if you're half as good as I think you are, we need you alive.
Even if it means me breaking your spine!
We need you alive.
Because it ups my ego. And only my ego was large enough to stop the Reapers.
Thanks for the pep talk.
Anytime.
Hey. Thanks for the dance, Loco.
Loco. I like that. I don't know if I do, but I can't imagine James calling me Commander. And after I kicked his ass, I feel like getting pummeled to a fine pace. What's a bit of pounding between friends anyway? There's a word for that, I'm sure. I don't know, I think it's better than your boss beating you up. I'm not getting the entire crew of the Norman suit, so I accept Loco.
Loco?
Even though I'm the whitest man alive.
I can think of worse things to call you.
As long as you remember who's in charge. You can call me whatever you want.
Oh, I won't forget.
Some really sassy poses you get out of Shepard for no reason. Fortification unlocked in the med bay. I forgot. Well, I end up really liking Vega.
You mentioned a mission you had against the Collectors. What happened?
He just told
Pretty
us.
much what I
Wanna get
said.
fisted again, Shep?
If you want the rest of the story, you're gonna have to get me really drunk, or
what?
In love.
Sorry, Commander.
What if I can get you drunk on life? Or the blood of our mortal enemies. Will that work? Most of them are going to be aliens.
Oh,
I imagine
yeah.
it's toxic to
But I
humans.
get it.
You're going to start hallucinating
It's not where I'd
something.
be most- And I'll do whatever it takes to get us there, Commander.
Maybe no more shuttle crashes.
No promises now that I've gotten the taste for it. I like to keep Esteban on his toes.
That was the most forced fucking yell I've ever seen. You went up by 1% of a decibel. You don't want him to fucking hear you. That's like getting your ass kicked in a fight. You wait for the people to be out of fucking earshot before you're like, yeah, you better run, assholes, or whatever the fuck, just to try to regain an ounce of face in front of like the old lady who just happens to be walking by, or like your girlfriend that watched all of it happen who has realized that you are no longer a man. That was adorable.
You got family back on Earth?
Yeah, an uncle. Retired military.
He sounds like a very pungent man.
There's a reason I joined
Potent
the
man,
Marines.
sorry.
Was about the
He
only
might
good thing in
stink,
my
I
life
have no
after my
idea.
mom died. Was about the only good thing in my life after my mom died.
No dad?
He's there. Somewhere. But I'm not sure I'd call him family. Not anymore. I would like to find out how my uncle's doing, though.
Alright, so, yet more daddy issues. It's never ending. Is this just the requirement for being in the military? Do you have to absolutely despise every single male influence you've ever had in your fucking life? Do you just crave more? You want more balding idiots to scream at you and call you maggot? Have you not had enough from your horrible childhood? Come to the military!
Nicknames? It's just my way of remembering people. Some people just don't match their names, you know? So, I just give them a new one.
So, I'm a loco, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty crazy, but the shit you've done makes me look sane.
And yet we're scolding him for his fucking
I
jihad
take it you
mission?
and Lieutenant Cortez know each other.
Yeah, Esteban did a stint on Fel Prime where me and my squad were stationed. I caught up with him on Earth a few months back. He's a good guy. Just don't tell him I said so. It'll go to his head.
He's kinda cute. I like Vega, even if he is an absolute shed of a man. All that is left is Cortez. I saved the most 6 out of 10 till last.
Lieutenant Steve Cortez.
And we're all gonna be very happy about it.
Nice to meet you, Lieutenant. What's going on?
Sorry to just jump in, Commander.
You need to chill out, Esteban.
Hey!
So you do care.
You had your 3 minutes!
Or is that the Cerveza talking again? I wasn't assigned as Normandy's pilot. Not much need for one on a dry dock ship. Especially
well, you're just a
given
big
Mr.
fan
Vega's
of docking dry.
I'm quite familiar with the operation and maintenance of the UT-47 Kodiak and the M44 Hammerhead. It made sense for me to take over as shuttle pilot when we left Earth. Especially given Mr. Vega's love of mid-air collisions.
To save the day, pendejo.
They're really adorable. I love my gang of basement dwellers left down here with the dog, which is quite upset. You know, you can come out and hang out with the real people, right? Not just the 2 drones in the back who are never allowed to say anything, and the actual robot.
Spent as much time grooming Mr. Vega's flyer.
Ah, dry docker and the king of cagging. Quite the deviant, aren't you, Lieutenant?
What happened to the M44 Hammerhead?
Mako! That was my son before Grunt ever was. I've never had more of a comfortable child. Or bouncy, or murderous. And Grunt is pretty bouncy.
The Kodiak seems a bit different.
Good eyes, Commander. This is the UT-47A Kodiak. It's got an upgraded EZO core and prototype stealth technology based on the Normandy design. For quick drops, I can get you in and out virtually undetected. She flies like a brick, so that's why you need a good pilot.
Or a really good throwing arm, I guess.
Do you maintain this armory?
I share that duty with our illustrious Mr. Vega. Though I believe the only weapon he really cares to maintain is himself.
You know you love the show, Esteban.
The first retrofit we did was to move the armory down from Deck 2. I'm not sure what Cerberus engineers were thinking. Now you get off the elevator, pick your gear, and head right into the shuttle.
Just like the original Normandy.
Welcome back to the Alliance, Commander.
Never mind, I was gonna leave you to continue watching The Rippling Beef Boy, but no. Gotta ask about family first. That might kill whatever the hell kind of semi you got from that one glance in that one
We're
direction.
stationed on Earth. Do you have family there?
I'm an only child. Lost my parents years ago. I had a husband back when I was stationed at Ferris Fields. The collectors took out the whole colony. I'd rather not talk about it.
Don't kill yourself.
Yes, Commander.
The way he just sort of like casually drops that he had a husband, it's so very natural, the way it fucking should be, and good job, BioWare. You did a good gay. Wait. Recover the Prothean artifact. Is this what I think it is? As much as I want to go pick up all the side missions I could possibly fucking find, I need crew. I can't bring James on everything. As much as he has really cool fucking interactions and he's the least boring of all the male humans, he's still a male human. Gross. Vomit. As hard as possible. Right now, do it. We're gonna do it together as a family so I feel a little bit less disgusting. I guess treating it like it's normal instead of awkwardly shoehorned in is hard for some people. I know, right? It's I'm sure you know, Boko. Do you remember Krem from Dragon Age Inquisition? Krem is trans, and you can have one conversation with him. You sort of rock up, and they say something along the lines of, "Hey, you ever need help binding your tits? I'm the guy to talk to." That's like the one thing they say to you. And which is the equivalent of if Cortez first shows up and it's like, "Hey, I'm a gay guy. You need a dick jammed up your ass. I'm the guy to talk to." And it's just like, what the fuck, man? Mass Effect 3 came out 2 years before Dragon Age Inquisition. Same developer. Seen by humans for the first time following the first Contact War. So it was after the Contact War. You didn't actually make it to Palaven, because I assumed we got fucking ruined. What does Garrus say? He basically compares humans finding a mass relay to like a baby finding a loaded gun in a drawer and they stopped him. Except I don't think you normally stop the baby from touching a gun by just shooting the baby. I think that kind of defeats the fucking point. It is a small hot rock planet, dude, same. Surrounded by a haze of methane and helium. Honestly, in the summer, probably same. Kalax. I love all the X's in Turian fucking language and everything. It's the most alien. Quarians often just seem like slightly autistic Russians wrote all their names and everything. But Turian's like classic 80s games representation of like alien words and everything. It's adorable. Kalax or Salax? It sounds like a laxative or something that's going to make your date very, very sleepy and vulnerable. Or potentially both, in which case, what the fuck are you into? It may be that there are remnants of the scattered Turian fleet regrouped using the planet for cover. This isn't your home system. This is like pinballing Mars into an enemy's face. But this is the start of the war, man. I know you've probably halved your population already, even on your fucking capital. But just straight up sacrificing another planet that might have semblances of life. This seems a little upsetting. It's our last one before we go to Palaven. I'm all nervous, man. I'm not even wearing my finery to go and meet our adorable, spiky, backwards-knees boyfriend, Turian Garrison. On a gas giant? They're like extra Jesus. They're super Jesus. They can walk on gas, not just water. What idiot human decided it was a good idea to fight a race of spiky Jesus? A few Vola ships are now visible, likely to present to scavenge the wreckage. Is this really the fucking time? Flesh orbs? No, now is the time to come together and eat around the table like a fucking family for once. And actually save the damn galaxy like a fucking family for once. I lied, there's another one. A few Reaper destroyers serve as a skeleton crew here. Huh? Reapers are leaving behind like office workers? Jim from accounting of the murder squids? Why does that exist? Why aren't they all built to be as spooky as the rest? But it is time to bask in the undying, all-encompassing glory that is the sex appeal of the king of all Garys, Gary the Vicar, Garrus Vicarian himself. And it's time to become a real boy. Palaven's largest moon has been shrouded in secrecy since the dawn of the Turian space age. The hierarchy classified nearly all data on Monet and its sister moon Nan's-Anus, because they feared the Krogan could use Nan's-Anus as weapons by smashing them into Palaven's surface. Just called the ground pound. Mario did it first. You're not special, Nan. Honestly, you're probably just falling over and need a lot of help. But no, you're appropriating Mario's culture. Sit down, bitch. Actually, I guess that's kind of what she's doing. How are the Krogans that smart, by the way? Have they got Mass Effect field slingshot type things? Powerful enough to send a fucking moon as an orbital strike? Or is it just like, how strong do you need to be? Like 3 Krogans got behind it and decided to just give it a good old punch and launch it across the sky? Imagine that's all you need. Why do you need Mass Effect fields when you've got biceps? Sure, James could do it too. What's even the point of getting jacked as shit when there are species that just naturally are 8 times as big as you? The Elcor are here. They don't even have opposable thumbs. They've basically got hooves, dude. You think you're gonna win a fist fight against a giant meaty horse? The big old muscle cows of the Milky Way themselves. They've had their Quaker oats this morning.